We're going to now talk about, Booth, the top 5 Premier League wingers. Who is your suggestion for the 5th best winger in the league?
Marcus Rashford.
5th best?
Yeah, I don't think he gets much higher for me. Based on the list that I've done.
Right, okay.
I think he's fantastic. That's why he's top 5.
I think he's more fantastic than you.
Do we include Bernardo Silva as a winger?
He's not on our list. He's in our midfielder list, so he's not on our winger list.
Things are hybrid, aren't they, these days?
No, but the trouble is with Bernardo Silva, because of his brilliance, whatever position you talk about, he would contribute.
I'm going to I have to put Bernardo Silva on the list somewhere. That's why Rashford's
No, but he's a midfielder. Down. He's been in our midfielder list.
He's a midfielder playing winger.
No, but what you're doing is you're undermining our previous videos.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No, I can't do that.
Self-sabotage, mate.
Self-sabotage, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Okay, I'll keep Rashford 5th. Fantastic season, what can I say?
I'm surprised. If he's 5th, can I just ask you one more question before I do mine? Who's your 4th?
Phil Foden. He's on the list.
Yeah.
You have to put him in somewhere. If he's not in midfield, I would have put him in midfield. He is a winger. He played right wing for a large part of last season. He was absolutely fantastic.
Okay, so by the process of elimination here, I'm assuming that neither Raheem Sterling, Michael Olise, or Luis Diaz are on your list at all?
No, I really like Diaz. I really, really like Diaz. But he was injured for about, 7 months last season?
Yeah.
You know, what can you say? But I like him. I love Olise as well. Sterling's fallen off a cliff.
Yes. So I had Mitoma as my 5th choice.
What, one good season?
Yeah, but I'm kind of basing everything on the here and now, though. And the here and now, the case study that we can use easiest is last season.
I actually think he fell off at the back end of last season. Because otherwise the answer's
Raheem Sterling, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think he fell off a little bit last season, though, at the back end of last season. I think he had a 3-month spell. I think if he was that... I think, people come in for Caicedo. No one's come in for Mitoma. I wonder why.
Because I think that they're losing too many. Like they can't allow every...
Maybe they're stubborn on him. But
also, if he has another season like he had last year, I think people will be in on him. Do you know what? There was a goal that he scored. Was it? I think it might have been against Arsenal. I think they ended up losing the game, but I think he scored. And he plucked it out of the air, brought it down, had all the time in the world. In a crazy, lively penalty area in the pouring rain, when everything is frantic and hectic and wild. Mate, he's on the beach with a cigar and a Bud Light. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you're just like, wow, this guy is so calm.
Class player.
So I think I've gone for Mitoma as my 5th. I have then gone for Marcus Rashford as my 4th.
Fine. Well, look, Rashford's on the list. This is between 5th and 4th.
Yeah.
I'm taking Bernardo out of my list. I'm going to put Foden in for 4th. I think Foden's...
You've got Foden 4th?
Foden's a better forward player than Rashford.
Weirdly, is this too harsh? Foden didn't make my list. Not because I don't rate him. Now, calm. Everybody calm, especially you, calm. Of course I do. But I'm pretty much basing this on last season's form. And I've gone for Jack Grealish on my list.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's room for both.
I have to put Foden in somewhere. He's not. If he doesn't make it on this channel's kind of end of season top 5 videos, then we're having a laugh. He came onto the Champions League final in replace of De Bruyne and dominated the Champions League final from midfield. He played wing all season. We won a treble last season. I think you have to put him in there.
So I've gone Mitoma,
yeah,
Rashford,
yeah,
Grealish.
I've gone Rashford, Foden, Saka, and then a couple of others just after that.
Okay, so my second is Bukayo Saka.
Okay.
I've got Saka as my second best winger in the league.
Why is that? Why is he so much higher than Rashford for you?
I think Rashford had a very good season. And I think there was a time, maybe around January, February, where he was just unplayable. He was sensational. I think it was around about the time Manchester United went to Wolves and Rashford was on great form. Ten Hag had dropped him. Manchester United was struggling. Marcus Rashford comes on and he scored 2 goals. One was he had the ball in the back of the net twice. Manchester United won the game 1-0, Rashford's goal. That didn't continue. You know, towards the end, Manchester United, they were limping a little bit. There was a time, actually, when I thought they could, unbelievably, drop out of the Champions League spot.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Marcus Rashford, if he had kept his form, if he had kept his standard, it's not that, obviously he's on my list, I rate him incredibly highly. I was just slightly surprised that he didn't maintain what he was doing.
I wasn't surprised at all. I think he's a very flair up and down player. I think you can suss him out a little bit more. I think someone, Adam would hate me saying that. I think when Rashford's clicking, his athleticism, his pace, and then his finishing is close to world class. When he doesn't offer something, his baseline is way less than Saka.
Yeah.
I think Saka can defend. He's a left wing back on his day. He can be a right wing back. And obviously right now he's a right winger. He's one of the best in the world. And then when he does click, also a couple of years younger than Rashford.
Saka was one of the best players in the league last year.
Of course, total
undoubtedly.
players. Rashford's one of the best wingers last year. There's a big difference for me.
Would you say overall over the course of the season, because neither of us have yet, I don't know who your number one is, but I presume it's not Gabriel Martinelli.
No.
So neither of us has put Martinelli on the list. He was cracking.
He was. Yeah.
Was Marcus Rashford definitely better than Martinelli over the whole season?
I think so, yeah. I think so. But that's just my perception. Obviously, everyone looks at players in different ways. I think Saka offered more than Martinelli, but Martinelli's goal record was fantastic last season.
So
great finisher.
Are we in agreement on number one then? We are, aren't we?
My number one, let me just double check.
Mate, you must know.
Yeah, just checking. No, I put Salah number 2. I put Salah 2. I put Grealish number 1.
Did you really?
I put Grealish number 1 for me.
Right.
Because I think you have to have Grealish in there. He won the treble. What can I say?
Wow.
What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, he did win the treble. I have Salah number 1. Grealish is on my list, obviously, but I do have Mohamed Salah number 1.
I can explain that a bit more, of course. Look, Salah, his goal record's fantastic. Obviously outscored Grealish last season. But you have to look at what both players offered in terms of... Grealish was the first name on the team sheet last season. He's able to get the ball and relieve pressure by taking it so far up the pitch, giving it off to other players. Iniesta played a very similar role for Barcelona as a kind of inverted left winger at points. So it's comparable to that as opposed to any other wingers. Grealish is kind of a midfielder inverted inwards, and that's even harder for him. So he doesn't have pace. He doesn't have raw pace. He's not burning people. So the technical brilliance to be still the first name on the team sheet at that level is incredible.
What do you think his feeling is, Grealish? Do you think he gets... Salah is now Premier League great. Do you feel like Grealish has that potential?
Yeah, I think he does. The issue for Grealish will still be, is he really a winger in 3, 4, 5 years' time? He's still got a...
What, you think he could evolve into a different position?
Yeah, I think he could drop back into a left-sided attacking midfielder and have actual raw pace ahead of him, and he can feed people in like David Silva used to do, Ilkay Gundogan. But the more I think about Grealish's season last season, it was unbelievable. Some of the stuff he was doing. Yeah. And it's not always... The issue is we love numbers in this game at the moment. People on Twitter love the stats and the
I don't.
XG.
If it makes you happy, Buvey, I don't.
No, I don't either. But to have that player like that who can just even draw in a foul is an important
Even
skill.
his defensive work.
Defensive work is unbelievable. I think he had a totally better season than Salah. I think he's a better footballer than Salah.
So Jack Grealish, best finisher. Winger in the Premier League last season.
Yep.
See, I said Salah number 1, and I feel like I've done that cumulatively. I'm going to change my list. Our producer Jack, may I evolve my list? You're the boss.
You can.
He said I can.
For Grealish?
No. Salah had a tremendous season, and overall, obviously, is a great. But I actually think Saka was the best winger in the league.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And I'm therefore going to say, this isn't about longevity. This is about the last season that we witnessed.
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka, best winger in the league.
Should we do Saka 1, Grealish 2, Salah 3?
No, because that's not my list, mate.
Yeah, but we've got to negotiate.
Oh, right, okay.
I gave up for you. I let you have Saka.
Okay, so Saka's number... Do you want to do it as 1? Okay, let's make the club list.
Saka 1.
Yeah.
Grealish 2.
Grealish over Salah doesn't feel right to me. I mean, I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Because you're my
friend.
We
have to negotiate.
I'll go with it. Yeah. And I'm a quid pro quo kind of guy. You had Saka, okay. Okay.
Salah 3.
Okay. Okay.
And then what was our 4th and 5th again?
So I had Mitoma 5th.
Mitoma. Rashford 4th, Mitoma. No, Mitoma 4th, Rashford 5th.
Just to wind up Adam.
Yeah.
No, Rashford, let's do it. It has to be Rashford 4th.
Rashford 4th, Mitoma 5th.
Has to be.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay, cool. There we go.